everyone. Give me just a second and we'll get started. Hold on one second.
You want to listen.
You all. All right. Hey guys, thank you for joining. I know we're going to have quite a few others join and quite a few that registered just to get the recording because it's a few days before Thanksgiving. So again, for those of you that do not know me, my name is Christina Griffin. I am a MAPS coach. I'm also the community leader hold on one second for me. I am the community leader of the relocation community for KWRI. The main purpose of this particular mastermind is a lot of coaches, a lot of just people in general, they're interested in growing their pipeline. They're interested in getting into just some massive action items to be able to grow. I'd say distress as the market changes, people want awareness. They want to know how to locate list. And they also want to understand how to grow and build their pipeline. So today is mastermind format. So again, a lot of you that are here from maybe your coach invited you. This is absolutely a mastermind format. Mastermind is we share ideas, we ask questions, and we grow together. Everyone that registered for the class today, you're going to get the recording. You're also going to get every resource, every tool in the notes that I shared with you today. So I'm going to go ahead and first, again, wholeheartedly, thank you for joining. We are also going to have a deep dive, and I'd say second layer next month. Gracie, I know if you can post, hold on. Okay, she's here. All right. We have another one next month, and then we also have, because I'm going to touch on some of it as we're prospecting and we're diving into off-market mastermind. We also have another amazing training next week, and that one is going to deal a lot with some of the aspects that I shared with here today, but it's more of a class. So Gracie's going to share both of those with you. They're free, and then we're going to deep dive. If there's any burning question, if there's anything that drove you here today because you were curious and you want to make sure you walk away today and you learn, I want you to make sure to post it in the chat. I will get to almost every possible question I can, but I know a lot of you, this is new for you. And then some of you are here and maybe you've gone to every training I've done for the last few years. Regardless, I'm happy that you are here. Now, one big thing that I want to share, and again, this is an off-market mastermind style, is there's a ton of massive opportunity. As the market is changing across the country, the distress properties and the opportunity is also growing as well across the country. So I'm going to share with you some data sources. You're going to get some opportunity for some free systems that I use as well. So let me go ahead and share. Now, this is about a month and a half old. I should have a new one here soon, but a lot of us aren't, we are unaware that there's this much opportunity in the area that you are currently just across the nation. So I'm going to show you where you can find this opportunity, but I'd love to just, and you guys don't have to, you can raise your hand or you can just shake your head. A lot of us, we prospect for sale by owners and for sale by owners and expireds, right? Yes. Do some of you do that? Okay. All right. So a lot of us, and I love my off-market class. A lot of you just jumped on here as well. So we'll have fun with you in the mastermind portion. But a lot of it is creating awareness. So pre-foreclosures are up across the country massively, and everything on this screen is up across the country. So I'm going to show you how to be able to find this opportunity. If you're calling for sale by owners and you're calling expireds, it has to do quite a bit with almost the same exact script. And it's a lot of what you say and how you say it, but I want you to look at this is a key indicator. And again, I'm talking fast because I want to dive into the mastermind portion, but I want to kind of give you an overview. If you do not know in your direct neighborhood or your direct county that you focus in, how many pre-foreclosures are there, how many bank properties are in bankruptcy, if you don't know how many tenants are in the neighborhood that you're in, how many properties were reported vacant by the U.S. Post Office, expired properties, pre-foreclosures, probate, liens, involuntary liens are HOA liens. If you live in an HOA community like I personally live in, do you know how many properties in that neighborhood have liens on them? I want you to not overcomplicate off market. When you have the data at your fingertips, you can create massive opportunity. I do teach on how to do that on a high level, but the first step in the first phase is awareness, okay? So a lot of these filters that I'm sharing with you, creating the awareness and understanding where those are located and using them as almost a key indicator like you would at expired. That's the first step, and that's the first domino. Okay, so let me go ahead and pause, and I got about 5 to 10 minutes of content, and then we're gonna deep dive on some things that if you guys haven't seen me teach before, I want you to walk away with actionable items that you can have at your fingertips. Okay, now before I get started and you guys post questions, I'd love you guys to light up the chat and tell me what county or what city you guys are located in, because I'm going to pick a few of you and I'm going to show some real live examples on how to start prospecting for off market in your area. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, what I love is we've got, looks like almost every state across the US covered, and we're like ride or die, right? A day and a half before Thanksgiving. So some of you may be here right now and you may be, Christina, my pipeline's not where it needs to be. I personally I'm struggling, or you know what? I want to grow my own net worth and I need to learn and I need to understand how to do it. So that is I'd say a big domino that we're going to share here today. Now, full transparency, and most of you know, I do teach a MAPS class. You guys have, we just got a new launch. We do have an awesome discount code for anyone that joins on my webinars. Whoever joins on my webinars and is not part of my current class, or you're in my new class and you want to just join an upcoming one, I'm going to be doing these series of free trainings for the next few months to help you grow. If you do join my class, you're going to automatically get added into 4 additional masterminds before the launch, because I want to make sure to set you up for success before the launch on January 9th. So if you sign up in the next week or so, you're going to get added into a bunch of free masterminds to help you grow. So, okay, so let's go ahead and deep dive. So first, where do we find the opportunity? I need to pay my mortgage. I heard it across the country, that from you guys, and that's a theme. So again, a lot of you may have seen me teach. Maybe this is a good refresher. One of my favorite tools, and you guys are going to get the resources here. And then I want to deep dive on what works and questions. This particular site right here. Okay, this is called auction.com. And this is where if you said, hey, Christina, I am completely behind, or I just need to, like the next 6 weeks, I need to find some massive opportunity and I need to do it fast. This is what I call low-hanging fruit. Every single one of you, if you do not do this, this is a first step to be able to move in a direction to grow. Now, I'm going to just show you by states because I want you to open your mind to the possibilities. Us as agents, once you learn how to find really great off-market properties, It doesn't matter where you're located. So I am going to just start from the bottom up, and I'm going to just put in New Jersey. So this is how you find properties that have a foreclosure sale date. So if you guys don't do this and you don't know how to do this in your area, this is a domino that I would add immediately to your current business. And again, these are people that there is really a I call it a 1 in 3 chance that they are going to have to sell, but they've already been given a date that they are going to lose their home. Okay. Now you're going to get some golden letters and some things that I use. I'm going to show you where to access them. We're going to build on this on a high level, but this is a first domino. So all you do, auction.com, I call it, it's the cheat button. It's where you go to be able to find your foreclosure calendar in your area. I'm typing in New Jersey. I'm going to go to asset type, and I'm going to go to foreclosure homes. Okay. So there's 410 properties in the entire state of New Jersey that have a physical foreclosure sale date. Now, I'm going to also give you the homework to talk to your title company or attorney's office and find out when is the quickest, fastest you can potentially close on a property in your state. And here's why. Many states, you need a week or you need 2 weeks for the ability to pull the right lien searches, to be able to get the right title work done. There could be a waiting period. Now, my state, I'm in Florida, and Florida, we can close in a few days. Your state, so I would even prospect for November 30th, because people that are losing their home on November 30th, they're either going to need to sell it to you. There's a very small chance there's a workout agreement that they can keep the home, or it's going to go into foreclosure. So that's a 1 in 3 chance that they're going to lose the home. Okay. So again, there's opportunity comes in all shapes and sizes, but this is the first domino. And I want to help you build a massive pipeline before the end of the year. And this is the first thing that I personally would do. And it's just a matter of a simple golden letter. We do have some pre-foreclosure letters. If you go door to door, that's going to create opportunity quicker and faster. But that by far is one of the first dominoes. Okay. Knoxville, Tennessee, 15 properties. What you do is you pull every single one of these properties. You have plenty of time. You either pay someone to door knock, you go put a door hanger, you send a letter, you skip trace TCPA compliant, but this is called low hanging fruit. They need our help. So number 1 domino. Now, auction.com funnels in all the foreclosure calendars across the country. Okay. Now, many of you are going to have what's called in-person foreclosure, where it says in-person and remote bidding. It's not fun. It's not pretty. This is the easiest site for you to find the info, because if not, you got to go in person. So if it says in-person and remote bidding, utilize this, pull the address, and then reach out to the owner. If you really have a passion, maybe you've been in my class a few times, you decide to pursue this, you can go to the courthouse, but there's normally not an online auction calendar. Auction.com is the best facet to be able to do that. So again, first, so pre-foreclosure is seller still own. Up until the day the house goes into foreclosure, the seller has full right to sell the property. All right, correct. Title company to see how quick you can close. Yes, 100% the title company. So again, this is your first domino. I'm going to pull one more, and then we're going to dive into some other action items, because I know you guys are interested, curious. Now, I do see Orange County. Now, I'm a Florida girl. Many of you I see are in Florida, are areas that they have nice online auction calendars. Okay. Now, I apologize for those that don't, but this is the way to be able to handle it and get around it, right? So we have here Orange County, Florida. Okay, there's 15 with now this is not notice of default. I'm going to actually show you an example. This is people that are physically losing their home. Okay, now you have 15 properties that are here, but keep in mind, it grows, and this is your low hanging fruit. Okay. Now, Orange County and many states across the country are going to have really great foreclosure calendars. You're going to see bid at county site. You click at bid at county site, and it's going to bring you to an amazing auction calendar. Now, if you guys have leverage, you've got people on your teams, you have people that are struggling, you have a spouse that's off work for the next week, or a teenager, the golden letter, this is a first action step. So you go to the calendar, and all of these, there are a ton of them. You click an address. Okay, you take the address, and then you go to your property appraisers, and you'll get the contact name of the person. And again, first action step. All right, I'm going to show you guys where to locate golden letters. You go to my blog, and again, you're going to get a ton of resources I'm sharing with you here today. I'm going to go to my blog. At the top, you're going to do download tips to get more referrals. Just put your email address in. It's going to open up a folder, and you guys are going to have an entire, and I add constantly new letters here. If you circle back even tomorrow, there's going to be additional letters and additional marketing. So you're going to see here, golden letter. And I was on stage at Mega Camp, and I shared quite a bit of this in there, but you're going to see the letters. So what do you do? How do you do it? What's the best way to get it done? Again, this can help you create massive income opportunities before the end of the year. Okay. Now I'm almost done, and then we're going to open it up for some thoughts around this. Keep in mind, we're going to do multiple of these before the end of the year to build your pipeline, but there's a lot of great letters here that you can do a simple letter to a property that has a foreclosure sale date, and it's going to create opportunity for you right away. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my folder because I want you to see the things that I have in here for you. Okay. Under Golden Letter Magic, you're going to see a link for some of my my favorite tools and resources that I use. Now, you may be here and stating, hey, Christina, I don't want to spend a lot of money right now. And guys, I'm talking in, I think some of you are in my Relo community. Some of you are, maybe, again, your coach told you to come here. And some of you, I maybe just follow me or in my maps class. But these are resources that I add all the time right here. Okay. And it's going to have a lot of the resources I'm going to share with you here today. This right here, this mapscoaching.com, my course, if you reach out to my business growth advisor, she'll be able to help you with that coupon code if you're interested in signing up and being part of it, so you get the additional webinars I'm going to share. Now, again, lots of links here. I'm showing you this because as soon as I show you this next tool, you're going to be like, oh my God, hey, where can I get a link to the trial? But I want you to open your mind. And again, many of you may have seen this when I teach those auction.com properties. This is something that no matter what your finances look like, that you can opt into. Right here, good old neon bright, 500 sheets for $19.97. Print a golden letter at your market center and go get those out on doors. It is one of the simplest things I've done for years with the good old fashioned. And most of you, your market centers have free, or you got a certain amount of copies, but for $29.98 plus $20 for 500, so $20, $40, and gosh, $70 with whatever it costs to print on paper, you can deploy 1,000 golden letters. Now, some of you, and I know my California peeps, right, Stephen, a lot of you are in these high price areas. So you may want to do a different spin. You may want to do a different letter. You may want to do a different style. it's all action based. So again, these are just some things that I'm going to recommend here, just some action items to dive in right away. Now, data. A lot of you have reached out to me, Christina, and I'm seeing private messages. How do I find all this data that you shared with me here today? There's 2 different sites that I use on a frequent basis, but I'm going to show you an example of my favorite, and you guys get a 30-day free trial for it. So in this particular, and I teach you how to use it in my class. There's here a prop stream. There's a free 30-day trial. So make sure to put it on your calendar so you can cancel it if it's something that you don't want to utilize. And I'm going to post in the chat. Okay. Now, why I'm going to share this with you is I just showed you the system that showed you foreclosure calendars. Now, because Orange County, it showed how many had a physical foreclosure sale date. I'm going to just pull it up and show you how many pre-foreclosures. So as we're building out our prospecting plans and we're growing awareness on what's happening in our world, do a lot of you still think there's not a lot of pre-foreclosures in your neighborhood? I think a lot of us are still in that thought that there's not a lot of distressed properties. Now, Orange County, Florida, there's 1,494. Okay. There's 12,869 properties with liens. There's 422 properties that are bank owned. Okay. There's pre-probate. There are 359 that have death certificates. Zombie properties, that's on our thing to talk about today. Wow. There's 58 properties that have zombie properties, or properties that are nuisances by your county, that are boarded up, that are condemned, that are overgrown. And if you can find the owner, massive opportunity. All right. Vacant land. Gary talks about land, 35,000. And I'm almost done here, guys. And I just want to open your eyes before we deep dive. Tax delinquencies. There's 22,000 people with property tax delinquencies. Divorce. Okay. 2,127. Bankruptcy. 1,149. And guys, that's just a little bit of the start of off market, right? The other aspect I use is Red X. Red X scrubs the do not call. It's daily. If you're going to daily prospect, it brings in pre-foreclosures, for sale by owners, expireds, for rent by owners, and geo leads. Yes, I use both systems because all those data points I shared with you, it's amazing what you can uncover. So I'd say the lesson today is, whether you are actively working corporate relocation and you're building big businesses, what would it look like if you became that person that, yes, they just sent it to me for my birthday. What do you think? Talk data to me. My birthday was November 4th. So, so what would it look like? And, you know, I see some of my relo guys here too. What would it look like if you became the person that helped that person relocate, and they told everyone what a smoking hot deal you found for them, or you help them grow their investments, or you help them grow their net worth? So when you, in Scorpio, my husband, my son, and myself are all Scorpios. So I'm that through and through. But what would it look like if you became that community expert, not just where they go to relocate, but you became that person that found them properties that they can find really great deals, and you expanded your expireds, and you can even prospect for expireds that have pre-foreclosures. There are a lot of opportunity. The thing is, as us as agents, a lot of us don't know how to go get it, and we overcomplicate it. So even if it's just the simple golden letter on those data points I showed you in the areas you focus in, your phone's going to call. Stop paying for leads and learn how to create the opportunity. And that's what I'm passionate about. And it could be just the fact I came off of a 2-hour call teaching, but I wanted to open your eyes up. No matter how far you are behind in your revenue right now, I want you to look at this as a service that you're going to offer your community. Start with foreclosure sale dates. I teach you how to do it on a high level if you're in my course, okay? If you list it up until the day, it's okay, Mike, don't worry. Up until the day the person, till the property goes into foreclosure, the owner has full control, just like a normal property. Up until the day, okay? All right, so let's open it up. I've been told it's like drinking from a fire hose when you go to my classes or my masterminds. So ideally, this is off market, regardless of how you got here. I want to encourage you that you can create massive opportunity in your world when you understand the data. Okay. Go ahead, Mike. Thanks for talking to me.
Hey, no problem. So I just want to make sure I get that right, because some of those things like might foreclose. And around here in Pennsylvania, I think you're probably minimally, you're talking 15 to 21 days minimally. So if it's foreclosing on December 5th, it has to settle prior to then. It's right there.
I want you to talk to your title company, because there are many, I work with people that close a heck of a lot quicker in Pennsylvania. And there's 562 foreclosure sale dates in Pennsylvania. So I would talk to them and find out. There's also quick claim deeds, keep in mind.
Yeah.
So there are other facets, but I would find out and see, hey, a property has a foreclosure sale date. What is the quickest you can slam it through where it's going to protect all parties?
But it does have to settle before that date, regardless.
It does.
Yeah.
But here's a great thing. Hold on. I see a no. Hold on, Wendy, I'm not sure what you said no to, but
I think you say no to my question, that just the fact that it's listed does not mean that the seller has some ability.
If the foreclosure sale date's on the 9th of December, it has to close and settle by the 9th of December. Okay. Now, here's a beautiful thing that I teach, and Mike, that when you have a seller that is communicative, they can pick up the phone, and many of the banks right now, due to COVID, due to all the things in the world, they'll actually extend the sale date. They can do a bankruptcy, it stops the sale date. There are so many layers, but it's all things are possible, but I would work with your title company to see how quick they can close it. And I want you to look at if there's any in your direct area, and just look at, this is an opportunity for you to help people. Okay. Which link on your website do we put our information in to access your files? You go to ChristinaGriffin.com, download tips to get more referrals, and then that's going to, wrong one. That's going to show you where to find the links and the letters. And again, we're going to grow and build on those, and you guys will have access to more. But right up here, ChristinaGriffin.com, download tips to get more referrals. And I'm going to send the recording, and I'm going to send you guys some additional resources for as well. All right, guys, questions. This is a mastermind. Let's start here. Is anyone, we'll do Kendra, but has anyone ever prospected and done this and created results? What did you do to work? I would love you to raise your hand. Kendra, go ahead, love.
Well, I will say I've been registered on the auction.com, but I never really understood, that. So basically on a pre-foreclosure, if I get the seller's contact information and connect with them, I can say, look, I've got a buyer. Mm-hmm. What do you owe? What's it going to take? And then I just do it that way, right?
Yep. And if you list it, so like RedX does the notice of defaults. Auction.com is the foreclosure sale dates, but I've done bank owned for 20 years, and I've probably done 500 plus bank owned properties through auction.com. So you have to physically do the drop down to foreclosure homes. Now you may have time, or if they owe more on the home than what it's worth, you could do a short sale. But ideally it's, hey, how can I help you sell your house? Now there are some letters in the download that you'll see on my site. They're a little bit more aggressive. Some of you may not want to be aggressive like that. You may not want to say, hey, I see you're losing your house in 2 weeks. How can I help? If you can do that and you can be sincere, it's going to create a lot of opportunity. Or you just do the golden letter first.
So have you also sold bank-owned properties that are in foreclosure?
Yeah, so that's part of something I do teach on my class on you how to dominate and work the bank-owned industry. I personally have done several thousand, as
Okay.
well as several thousand corporate relocation and off-market properties and short sales. So it's bank-owned it's something you have to learn on how to reach out to the banks. There's a knowledge set, learning how to do BPOs and things like that. But up until the day the property goes into foreclosure, or like, are these cash purchases, or are there other creative financing options? Keep in mind, guys, that's the beauty behind it, is it doesn't have to be cash. You just have to get it out of the owner's name. So it could be an agreement for deed. It could be, you can have a seller maybe want to catch up their mortgage payments. You can maybe help them refinance their properties. There's a lot of options. It could be a short sale, but it's just getting them out of that foreclosure status so they don't lose the property.
Okay. My next question is the whole divorce thing.
Mhm.
Are you establishing relationships with divorce attorneys? How are you approaching that?
Yeah, so there's multiple facets. So everyone should have a relationship with a divorce attorney, a probate attorney, a bankruptcy attorney, and normally someone that can deal with probate and real estate law. Now, the data I just showed you are people that physically filed their divorce already, and they're probably in the fighting or the cooling down period. It's you to reach out that you're that neighborhood expert, and by osmosis, they get a letter from you, or you knock on the door, or you call them, and then it's, you know what, I'm going through a divorce right now. And you listening and you being, receptive, and you talking to them.
All right.
And keep in mind, this is the first step. And if you guys want to join in my next free, we've got multiple things this month, or in the next few months. I'm here to help. Let me check the chat, and then I'll go into, I'm not finding the link to the golden letters on your blog. Okay, let me do this one more time. All right, so ChristinaGriffin.com, download tips to get more referrals. And again, there's a lot of other things in there that you guys may find value, and we're going to dive into some of it next week. You're going to see a folder here. There is right here, letters, and the letters are in here. Okay, there's a ton of different letters. And then there's also the link on the data source that I shared for you is in this this folder right here. Also with my class, and if you guys want that that code and things, just email my BGA. Her info's at the top. All right, more questions. Our mastermind, is anyone doing anything that works? Has anyone ever sold a pre-foreclosure, or anyone ever done off market that you want to share, and we can mastermind around? Come on, go ahead.
Okay, good evening. So Christine, I just wanted to give full kudos to you. I did your class last year, and so incorporated some command postcards to the list of pre-foreclosure individuals that I'm pulling every month, and successfully closing one per month.
Awesome.
With our team. And so I'm here because I want to know how I can increase that number going into next year, and just showing up as a bigger value add to my communities. It makes for great conversations. It makes for really emotional conversations, and it really makes you feel like a servant leader within this industry, when you can meet people at probably one of their lowest points in losing a home, and not look at them with disdain, but really sit across the table from them and work out options for them. So pretty amazing class, and I'm thrilled to see that we're here again, and just looking to make that even bigger and better for next year.
Well,
okay, get down.
I'm going to mute, and if anyone needs to unmute, they can. So you completely made my day. I love to pour into people and change their lives. And that's why with the opportunity that's here and, you know, so many facets of what I'm doing, that means the world to me. So, okay, so here's a few things that I would say to you is I'm so happy to hear that you are doing things and you are in the thicket of it and you're out and you're prospecting with people. And you said how to add another layer. So a few things, and I'll dive into some of it on my class next week. I just pulled up your particular site, or your profile on Zillow. If you can get at least one more review when you on the different sites, when you have over 5, it's going to bring up your visibility on search engines, as well as I would write a blog on your website about how passionate you are about helping people going through life events. Fiverr, Fiverr, a lot of they will also help you write blogs, because for you, what that additional layer would be is for people to be able to go to Google, right? And maybe they have an issue or they have a life event that they're going through and they find you. So I would recommend, if you're not Google verified, I would recommend that you get Google verified. I would recommend that you write additional blogs and opportunity. And then if you're wanting to grow it even more, I would look at probably probate. You've got 287 that have death certificates in your area. So a lot of life events, they're you know, a lot of it's very similar, right, on the things that people are going through, but different. But it's something that's massive that has changed and rocked their world. But I would probably just add a few different layers of touches. But that's what I would recommend. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me directly at ChristinaGriffin@kw.com. And thank you for sharing. You made my day.
Absolutely. I just wanted to say that this is a life lesson for me, because I was a Zillow agent. And once I decided that I was going to stop buying leads and go out there and create business for myself, they held on to over 124 reviews that I had, because they said that I got all those reviews on their platform. That's where all the reviews were being collected. So lesson learned.
Yes.
It's a different place that you are, you know, whether it's your own website, different from Zillow if you're currently doing Zillow, because once you decide no longer to use them, they will hold on to all of your reviews. So we're growing and we're remaking ourselves again. And
you know, for me, so I'll show you mine. Someone asked about downloading. So here's the folder, guys. When you open it up, you right click on the golden letter magic and you hit download. You guys have permission to download the entire folder. So you can download the entire folder, or you can click on the letter. You can't edit it. That's why it doesn't show you have permission, but you open the letter and then you hit file and then you download. So hopefully that helps. Now, so here's mine, and I'm just putting in Tampa. So I don't pay them anything. So I am a very big proponent of, you know, and again, it takes time, right? So I'm number 3 and I don't pay a dime to Zillow. So we definitely need that balance, right, on the different things. So I would utilize sites in addition to Zillow, and I'm going to show you guys some techniques next week on how we've grown reviews. And you know, we've gotten to over 500 here, but it's a process to be able to do it. And again, I'm going to show you guys some techniques next week. But if you guys want to work on growing your lead base, there are some really great in here under referrals. I have a list, and I've got more that I'll be sharing soon, but I have a list of my favorite sites that to get referrals that are free. Most of them are free, or they charge you a referral fee, like HomeLight, Agent Chrono, things like that. It'll grow your online footprint. So you can leverage there's a lot of different things that you can do around that. So again, I'll show you next week on what that looks like as well. Okay, I want to just make sure to be respectful of time and questions. So I use Golden Letter on my sphere as well, 100%. Is there a way to list the same review in different sites? Is there a company who does it? Gracie, if you're still here, can you post the site? I forgot the name of it that the team is using to grow reviews that I know we're having a lot of success with. All right, guys. So thank you for sharing. Now you guys have me for 20 more minutes. I can talk at you, but this is a mastermind. So is there anything that anyone is doing that they'd like to share that is working, or anything you need help with so we can all grow together? Jackie, go ahead.
Hi, Christina. I'm really new overall. So, but I just went to auction.com and opened the property in the county. I guess it's the county, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Lee County property appraisal. Now, the address that's there, would that be the address of the owner? Because it's like the same address as the property.
Yeah, so Lee County, is this Lee County, Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all right, so Lee County, Florida. Okay, so you're gonna drop down asset type.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna click here. Okay, it's beautiful. Now here's the beautiful thing around Lee County is you have the county site. So
Yeah.
you actually have the county site. So guys, and again, we've got experience to not, and thank you so much for being transparent and asking a question. Keep in mind, some owners, in Lee County, their foreclosure sale dates are low right now due to Hurricane Ian, but by like January or February, that's going to drastically go up. So if you go here, and here's an address, I want you to keep in mind these owners may own multiple properties. So that's where you would go to your county and you would put in the address and you would see what their mailing address is. So I'm going to do it in PropStream just because it's easier for me. And I'm going to go here. Okay. And you've got the property here. Okay. Now there's two different ones. So hold on. Is that, not sure if that's avenue or place, but you open it up and you'll see, like you'll see here, mailing address, and you'll see property address. It's the same. Now, they own two properties. So they're probably someone I would connect with, but let's see, it could be this one. Yeah, there's also vacant land. They own 8. So again, a lot of them are going to have, do you see here? This one is Cape Coral, but this one's Sleepy Hollow. So that's where you will have to go and you will have to put the address and you reach out to who the mailing address is.
So I would actually send a golden letter to Illinois.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if it's a property with a foreclosure sale date, I normally do both. So I normally do both because there could be an occupant living in the property, and that could be someone that reaches out to you. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Skip Trace, Mike, TCPA compliant. It's where they will pull the phone number and email, and Redx is daily pre-foreclosures, but if you just want a one-off, this is 12 cents a contact. And again, this is something I do teach a high level on how to use, but it will show who's on the do not call. It shows emails. It shows phone numbers. That there's a lot you'll see here. It gives you phone numbers and email addresses and things like that. Guys, I know it's a lot of info. So ideally, as we grow off market and you grow your pipeline, awareness on if you're not hitting those foreclosure sale dates, that's going to create a lot of ROI immediately. Okay, Kelly, go ahead, love. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you. Two-part question. So with the conversation, so if you were to knock on the door or to leave the letter, what would you say if they answered the door?
hey, I'm your neighborhood agent. Just curious if you're interested in selling your home. I have buyers.
Okay.
Unless you are the agent that says, hey, thanks Richard for sharing that. I'm going to share that next week as well. Unless you're the owner that says, or you feel comfortable that, hey, I see that on the county site, it looks like in 2 weeks you're losing your house. I live down the street. What are you doing? Can I help you with anything? I like a softer touch, but I have investors and agents across the country that I've worked with for years that they make their living on just door knocking and being like, hey, I live in the area. I'm your neighborhood agent. I just want to help you.
Okay, that makes sense. And then let's say you mail the letter, you don't hear anything. What type of follow-up mailings are you doing?
Well, so here's the big thing with mailings on a property that has a deadline just a few weeks away. I recommend mail, TCPA compliant calls, and then door. And if you don't feel comfortable with the door, there's one of my favorite door knockers. Does that anyone do Instacart, Uber?
Yeah.
They are the best people. Put a note the next time you get your Instacart gets delivered, ask them if they want a side hustle. Most of them already have one, and you got to think they grocery shop all day. What would that most of them they're the easiest people that do across the country. They're easy to just add into the realm of doing that. So good to see your face. All right, Elizabeth, what's going on, love?
Hi.
Hi.
So we are an attorney state, not a title state.
Okay.
And I've reached out to a closing attorney that I do a lot of business with, and I asked, the question, how long does it take to close a pre-foreclosure? And she said it depends on the attorney that's handling the pre-foreclosure, because they take a while to get the payoff to the closing attorney, whoever's buying or selling the property. So do you have any recommendations on how to either get that information quicker? She said it's basically because they have so many files, they're just get in line kind of thing.
Normally, if the seller requests the payoff themselves, it happens quicker.
From the attorney that's okay, perfect.
No, from the bank.
Okay.
Because keep in mind, like if the seller still has a mortgage, and if the seller calls and does a payoff request, and it comes from the seller on HOA liens, pre-foreclosure, it happens so much faster than the attorney, than doing it through the attorney's office.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Reach out if you need anything, love. Okay, anyone else doing anything that's working? Or does it sound like our pipeline's not super strong and we need to kick butt, right? Guys, it's okay. Hold on. Since everyone's in my, here's my new addition. Okay. And then David, say hi to 83 of my closest friends. Hold on. It's 6 o'clock in Florida, guys. Okay, so I'm going to end with here. Take Goldie. I gotta go. I want to end with, guys, touch everyone in a powerful way for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's on Thursday. I hope this created some open awareness for you. I'm going to have multiple free things for you to continue to grow. Open your mind to this, because I promise you, like it was shared, you can change lives. We're going to share some holiday text strips. If you guys aren't like your database, your leads, your sphere, your world, send everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Let everyone know you're thankful for them. Even if it's just happy Thanksgiving, is there anything I could do to help you? It will reactivate your database, your sphere, everything. It's the easiest, simplest holiday to do. Okay, guys, I hope you got some value today. I'm excited to be in your world. Thank you for being here. I want you to think next month, if you come to this off market, which I'm going to do multiple, I want you to think like, let's build on what you're doing, and I want to help you guys grow. And I appreciate the time wholeheartedly. Okay. Have a blessed Thanksgiving and I'll see you soon. Bye.